new statement tonight from President Trump on Iran. The president huddled with his national security advisors in the Situation Room for the third day in a row now. His new timeline tonight for any possible direct action against Iran. And tonight here behind the scenes, what sources are now telling our Martha Raddatz the concerns and this 30,000-pound bomb that is one U.S. option. It's been tested but never used in war before. But first, Mary Bruce with what the president is now saying about any potential direct U.S. action against Iran.
For the third day in a row, the president hunkered down in the Situation Room, deciding whether the U.S. will take direct action against Iran. This was the official statement afterward, read in the briefing room.
I have a message directly from the president, and I quote, "Based on the fact that there's a substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, I will make my decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks."
I asked the press secretary if there's no progress in the next 2 weeks, does that mean the U.S. will bomb Iran?
Is he saying that if Iran does not come back to the negotiating table within the next 2 weeks, that the president will strike?
The president is saying that he will make a decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks. It's very clear and direct.
Is he seeing any signs of progress? He obviously is holding out hope for negotiations, but is he seeing any inklings of progress that give him that hope that talks are still possible?
Well, that's why he said in the statement that I just read for all of you, based on the fact that there's a substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, he will make that decision within the next 2 weeks.
What makes him think there's still a substantial chance?
I'm not going to get into the reasoning and the rationale. The president believes that, but that's his position, and he will make a decision within the next 2 weeks.
The White House today stressing that Iran has everything it needs to achieve a nuclear weapon, saying once the supreme leader gives the go-ahead, they could complete production within a few weeks. A source familiar telling ABC News a key factor weighing on the president's decision, the time needed for additional U.S. military assets to arrive in the region to defend American interests if needed. It could take several more days. One carrier strike group still in Virginia. But the pressure to make up his mind only growing. According to a source, the president is troubled by the deep divisions in his own party about what he should do, hold out for negotiations or join the attack. One key ally who's been urging restraint, Steve Bannon, spotted at the White House today. Tonight, one source telling us Trump is trying to psych himself up, convince himself that whatever he ultimately decides to do is warranted. The president's new 2-week timeline to decide, a blow to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who has been desperate for the U.S. to join Israel's ongoing assault on Iran. In the last 24 hours, Iran striking back. Video circulating online showing the moment a ballistic missile hit a major hospital in Israel, smoke billowing into the sky. Tel Aviv struck too. Our Ian Pannell is there.
Dozens of Iranian missiles fired into the heart of Israel's biggest city. You can see the destruction to the building here.
Tonight, Netanyahu pressed on Trump's decision.
President Trump will do what's best for America. I trust his judgment.
And David, all of this is coming as European leaders are expecting to meet tomorrow with the Iranians in Geneva. One senior official telling us tonight the president hopes this 2-week timeline will, quote, give the Iranians some room to come to their senses. But David, make no mistake, the president still has this high-stakes decision to make, and he's now given himself a deadline to make it. David.
Mary Bruce asking the questions there in the briefing room today. Mary, thank you.